pick ban is starting here.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I do realize that I am not sharing the thing. Give me a few moments. Looks like we have a Ezreal ban followed by a Jace ban. I haven't seen Jace being used in the tournament yet. Oh, it looks like it was used against freaking Packets Yo in their last
Mm-hmm.
game.
And did really well.
Yeah. Jinx ban, make sure that they can't get the same reset options. I do
Mm-hmm.
think the Jinx ban is probably better than Malphite ban. Without the Jinx resets, the Malphite Wombo combo not quite as effective. On the red side, Ambessa, 6 dashes is a few too many dashes.
Mm-hmm. And then 380 carry ban as Misfortune is being hovered and possibly banned as well.
It looks like all the bans targeting the bot side just to give their own bot side a bit more breathing room. But it looks like the Ziggs ban is going out. I'm noticing that they've been only playing Ziggs this whole tournament. Let's see what they have as a backup pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are we going to finally see what Guns N' Roses, non-Ziggs pick is for their bot lane?
We'll find out. First is the Yone pick. Yone, most likely mid, but it can be flex top, and I do believe their top lane does play a bit of Yone, so just a fairly nice flex pick coming out there. Freaking Packets deciding, hey, we've still got hyper-scaling bot laners. Smolder's scaling is pretty good, especially once he gets the execute online.
Especially since they took down the siege power known as Ziggs.
Mhm.
So
Another
Smolder gets a
Amumu
little more.
looks like being
Mhm.
hovered. Yeah, I do yeah, from the how the tournament's been going, looks like they are prioritizing these easy to follow junglers, Malphite, Amumu, Sejuani, junglers that it's obvious not just to the enemy team but to your own team that this is when you go in.
Mhm. Yeah, at this level of play, coordination is a little bit rough, so you want to have easier to pilot champions to make sure your combos and synergies are easier to get through.
Amumu, even if he gets insta gibbed, if he presses R, he's done 90% of the job here.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise on the blue side, we've got Sejuani coming in, most likely Sejuani jungle. And
And
Sivir
that
to deal
is,
with the Smolder. How
yeah,
is the Sivir versus Smolder matchup?
I think this is a farming lane. It really depends on support. These two champions can't really touch each other. There's no interactivity between them. There's no hard counter. There's no range difference really. And Smolder also want to avoid using the highly telegraph abilities to annoy and to get annoyed because the server can just heal from the Q and Ws.
Yeah, but we might
There's a
see.
Heimerdinger hover on
Unfortunately,
Rodents.
we don't get the Donger today. And instead, we get
Oh,
Akali.
okay. Yep.
Akali versus Yone, if that is a mid lane matchup. Um,
Likely the case, and it's very spiky.
yeah, it. I do understand it goes like it blows up in one direction really hard, really fast.
Mm-hmm. But hey, you have a move to help you to shut down um the Yone.
hmm Looks like we've got Nico ban coming out, ensuring that they can't do Sivir Nico either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Seven Nico to speed up to help Nico engage is very very good option.
A lot of bans targeting the bot side right now. So far, 5 of the uh, 7 bans directed to someone in the bot lane. We have Cassante ban uh, coming out. We saw what Cassante did in the first game of the evening. Probably don't want a repeat of that.
Yeah. I also want to highlight Sejuani, Yone, and Smolder. They were all champions picked in the first time these two teams clashed during the group stage.
Oh wow.
So currently, yeah. So currently, um, 3 out of 6 are just exactly the same. Now there will be some differences as Emilio will be banned out, who also made an appearance in his first game, and Ziggs Nico also gone.
Mm-hmm. But that is
There is
6.
a possible Jax angle on the side of cousin Rosie.
Yeah, they'd have to be a little careful since Malphite is still open and Red Team does have the counter pick. Both Yone and Jax, not the greatest
Mm-hmm.
into Malphite.
Yeah, but Silas is not banned either.
We have Janna for the Smolder, fairly
Mm-hmm.
standard disengage support, just to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that anyone that does get onto the Smolder can't stay there for long.
Yeah, but can't Yone just buffer the tornado with ultimate instead?
Correct, he can. But Janna then also has the ult to push Yone
Ultimate
out again.
knockback. Yeah. Alright, it looks like Leona will be hovered and likely locked in for Sivir
No, it's the
or a
Rakan.
Rakan. Alright, first appearance of Rakan in this tournament.
Yeah, I do like the Rakan pick over the Leona. Rakan um, a bit better at the disengage compared to Leona, who can only has one direction to go, but might not be able to go that direction with Janna.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
Last pick, Silas. This is pre-hovering Silas to avoid the possible Malphite, looks like. But will they force a Malphite? Uh, can they really do Malphite though?
I don't think they can. I think it's very risky with the
No, too
Silas on the
risky.
blue side.
Yeah,
Um, not
gotta do
only
something
is
else.
the ultimate steal terrible for them, if Silas
Mm-hmm.
steal is laning against Malphite, Malphite doesn't like that lane either. Um,
Yeah, looks like
but
that's gonna be a Yone top. So your Nectin comes in to count as a sort of an early laning phase counter pick.
mhm.
Unless we have a Silas top, then how is Silas into a Nectin as a matchup?
uh, it is Renekton favored. Most matchups are Renekton favored. It looks like it is
Yeah.
Silas top though. Um, Silas top, Yone mid.
Mhm. Are they talking about the lane assignments?
Yes.
Okay.
Akali will be heading to mid side, and Renekton will be top. A bit more standard on that side.
Hmm.
Right? And we'll see if both teams are ready for the game. We are ready from Guns and Roses.
A quick question. This time, is there any delay for the lobby?
Yes, it's 3 minute delay as requested by both
Okay,
teams.
so I think getting into the high bracket of the knockout stage, it's better to be safe to just have
Hmm.
a delay going, which I'm totally comfortable with.
Okay,
So our game, time to
we've
go.
got our game from the packet side, and
Hmm. Packet? You mean
oh,
Cousin
sorry, the
Rosie and
Rodent side.
Rodents?
Sorry, I don't know why I was
Yeah.
thinking packets here. Oh yeah, Renekton versus Silas. Renekton is a lane bully. Most of his matchups are great unless it's a similar lane bully. Silas not going to be that great into Renekton. Um, not only can Renekton sustain similarly to Silas, but Renekton doesn't have mana issues like Silas does.
Hmm.
Along with point and click stun, so that Silas can't do his weird weaving stuff, and it gets dicey for Silas. Um, Yone Akali, on the other hand, very volatile matchup. Um, they both have tools to deal with each other. They both have the dashes to both win their lane or lose their lane. Um,
Lose their lane?
what was that?
I'm just wondering, like, what do you mean by lose their lane?
If either Yone or Akali does a slight misstep with their dashes, they could just put themselves into a worse position.
Yeah, like you only get to get out of jail free card.
Mhm. They both have a get out of jail free card, but they could
Well, yeah.
also use that get out of jail
Alternatively,
free
Akali
to
can
go
also.
into
Mhm.
jail, if you will. Um,
Okay, looks
oh,
like there was some issue with champion select. What is going on? As Keon left doing champ select.
oh, just a misclick.
Misclick. What? Well, good thing we did draft already, so it will be the same as is. No
Hmm.
funny businesses. But yeah, could be clicking for the chat on the bottom right and accidentally hit exit.
Hmm. And I will record this game and put up my YouTube shortly afterwards. Recording starting now.
Okay, looks like Akali's still not locked in yet. Doing some finalization, maybe the runes.
I'm quickly
Let's see
looking
how
up
that
the
is.
Akali versus Yone rune matchup.
That's right. Oh, come on. give him some faith. Yeah. Let's see here.
All right. And so Guns and Rosie look like they're going to try and win through their solo lanes. Sivir just there to kind of scale and get the wave clear going. Um, I
Pretty
suspect
much. I
the
mean,
Rodent side will be looking to get their Smolder ahead to the point where Smolder will just be able to 1v9.
yeah. So, assuming the build habit of Rodents, Junglers, Amumu is the same as before, which means Leandri Conqueror, which naturally does not have much resistance, neither side have really have any like neither side have a ultra uber tank like Cassante, for example. Which
Um,
means that it's really a matter of who can access their backline, their aid carry faster than the other team. Once that's taken care of, then the more bruisey, meaty, grindy, melee, just smackdowns and skirmishes.
mhm.
If you leave their basically if both sides' backline are left unchecked, they will be able to dish out so much damage. Assuming they're not really behind.
Yeah. I would like to see very tanky builds coming out from Amumu and Sejuani. Most of their value isn't from the damage they bring up, but rather the lockdown they provide. The longer they can stay in the fight to press that R
Mm-hmm.
button, the better it's going to be for the rest of the
Yep.
team. The rest of the team has great follow up to either of their AoE stuns.
Yeah, I would say in terms of access, so not including the opponent's disengaged capacities, blue side have stronger target access. But after factoring in, the defensive side, then looks like red team has more P over next opponent click stun. Janna has a slow, an AoE knockup, an AoE knockback. And there's also a Mumu who can always use press art defensively to shut down the front line, help, Smolder takes care of business. They do have little bit more defensive tools on the red side, which evens out the team fight engagement threat level.
Yeah, we're going to see some very dynamic team fights. Neither team really wants. I guess the red team wants a front to back and has the tools to disengage it, whereas the blue team wants everyone to jump the smolder immediately, deal with the rest
Mm-hmm.
later.
Yeah, you can't really front to back through a Mumu and Renekton. They're not going to allow you to do that. And once you get past the front, you still have a Janna to worry about, which will push you back to their front, and then you're just cooked.
I do think they have the tools for it. Um, so much target access with Yone, Silas, Sejuani, Rakan.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that is a grasped Silas. Are we looking at a possible like Bruiser Silas top? So Rod of Ages angle, Rod of Ages and the Riftmaker angle.
I don't think so. I think the grass is actually just there to help him deal with the laning phase.
Yeah, he can always go Conqueror though. He can still catch up with Renekton after stun. But oh well. Again, he might have his own unique understanding of Silas in top lane versus Renekton. Looks like Amumu will be running the Conqueror, so likely Leandri's in the process.
Yeah, so for top lane, grasps, yes, there are a lot of. Oh, sorry, I have not swapped over the stream screen. I will do that right now. There we go. It should be live. Bring up the items.
Mm-hmm.
So the grass were on the Silas. A lot of top laners will take grass if they don't have a better rune, but some top laners that don't normally go grass will take it if they suspect that they're going to have a hard lane. Things like Garen into Camille, and in this case, Silas versus Renekton. It is one of the stronger early game runes just because it gives you a bit of healing, a bit of damage. You only have to auto once, you don't have to stay for much longer, and then losing lane ups, that's exactly what you want.
I don't see the point of that. And also permanent health increase. Silas does have health scaling on the W. Just a little bit cheap healing. Chip, not cheap. Okay. So looks like a standard no level 1 invade shenanigans, standard 5-point start.
Both
Silas
junglers
is
pathing towards top.
And that's the bone plating gone on Silas.
And
We have a little
Renekton.
fight here. Very Bruce. Okay, Renekton gets a second Q through that is trade in his favor. And he gets his rage bar now. So Silas will have to really step back. Unless he's brute forcing a trade. Huh. Very busy top lane. Very grindy. As for mid, we have some more trading. There's lots of trading going all through lanes. No one's at full health. And Yone looks like Yone do have the more defensive approach. Doran's shield
Yone is
and
freezing lane right side. He's going to take a little bit of minion damage, but he does manage to sidestep the Akali Q. It does eventually crash, but...
yeah. Well, he has Fleetfoot Warp, so he should be able to sustain this. There's a knockup and W. Good trade. Bone plated on top lane. Popped again. Pretty much popping on cooldown. There's a sidestep from Akali. Oh, Renekton got the...
both
Gets
health
a
bars
stun to
very
the
low on
buffer.
top side.
Yeah, very concerning. Silence, in terms of killing, Silence would have a faster
Amumu looking
access
for
to it.
an invade on the Sejuani.
Interesting.
Oh,
Alright,
but
looks like there's a solo kill or... oh, misses a chain, so Renekton should have it back in his pocket. That's the first kill, first blood, 1-0.
yeah, and now Cherry Rose can claim that they have solo killed a challenger player.
They did. Silence is going to return with a Ruby Crystal, massive help to the laning phase. Sarah finally hits level 3. Spell Shield is a little... unfortunately timed.
Sejuani a little faster than the Mumu on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like Sejuani is being collapsed on by both Amumu and Renekton.
Yep, that's our intention over here.
Stun
Okay,
does
so
hit.
Bendotoss actually connects. That's the joint is getting caught out.
But
so
Yone
Akali's
is here to
to
help capitalize.
Yep. On the other end, Akali does have the burst, and combining with the Mumu takes down the
goes down.
Sejuani. Yep.
Silas does manage to get himself plating and some CS back. So it'll be good for him personally, even though Sejuani died. I do also like how much time the Sejuani bought going all the way from red buff to mid lane before dying, drawing 3 people to her.
Yeah, definitely got a little trigger on top lane and slightly Silas favored. He does have monster base damage, that's for certain.
And the Renekton ult, not too shabby for their Silas either.
Yeah, that is just the health difference just dropped.
Oh,
Okay.
Renekton.
That was a solo kill. Renekton miscalculated the Silas passive damage.
Using
Remember,
every
people,
drop of
Silas
mana
passive
to
is 130% AD scaling in there.
pulls away. But looks like Amumu is looking for the Silas. I wonder if he realizes it.
Yeah.
Not quite. Is going to get killed off. Red team does claim defeat of Warfare. And it looks like Amumu, great guy that he is, fixing the lane for Renekton.
Well, we can see some spicy combats. Don't think Akali's gonna go for the Yone. So again, we're looking at the Mumu. You know, has the smelling of a hunter, playing Mumu on the other hand. Which is a pretty formidable combo, really. Bottom has some trading. Constable will miss. Middle lane have some flashy gameplays going. Akali does miss the shuriken toss. As they kind of swap places. Mortal still does hit the Akali, chipping a little bit more damage.
It looks like Silas has kind of forced their Renekton back. Renekton's still level 5, doesn't quite have the ult yet. Silas at any point can steal that ult and become Renekton himself.
Yeah, and he does get more benefit out of that from scaling.
Not stealing it yet.
I'm kind of surprised Renekton didn't build Hex Drinker just to survive that. It would be a really good purchase though. Renekton is supposed to press ultimate. Silas does press his ultimate as well. I'm not sure about this one. Renekton might have it or not.
That heads on over to Silas. And Silas looks like he is going for the Route of Ages.
Yeah, like I said earlier, tank Silas. Alright, moving here, catches the Silas again.
Kill.
The tower
Silas taking turret shots. Sejuani can't protect you against the turret.
No matter on Mumu though, but Akali's on the way. Let's see if Sejuani can get out of this sticky situation. Oh, flashy Akali combos. Yeah, he's zoned out. Perfect execution with just the right timing. Takes down the Sejuani, avenging the Silas. Avenging for the Renekton maybe. And it looks like Renekton will swap over to mid lane. And by the looks of it, Silas is sticking to top, so Yone will be looking at Renekton for a little bit.
I think Renekton's heading straight back to top, just stopping by mid lane since Akali isn't.
Akali is for swap back, yep. Yeah, that was before Akali decided to walk back mid. Dragon is up. It's a Mountain Drake. Neither side is starting it, but we are looking at the interest shown from the red team.
Yeah, and it looks like Sejuani still just doing red buff. No one seems to be moving for vision on the Dragon. I think that one's just going to head over to the red team here. We're seeing a bit of a CS lead happening on bot side. 20 CS lead over the Smolder. Couple of plates as well. So Smolder's
and now Drake.
If we take a look at the gold lead, it is a 500 gold lead for Smolder, just
with
through
no
CS
kills,
and plates.
Alright, Silas is a brute forcing trade on Janna's dancing on knife's edge here with that hit point, and Smolder is doing some risky play. Let's knock up, base out the shield.
Oh, he gets hit by the ult charm. Smolder gonna walk away from that. Still at half health. Still able to dive onto the Sivir and Rakan if they want. Sivir and Rakan needs to start heading home. They see the Moo coming over. They're just gonna get out. Guns and Rosie get taking the grubs for themselves, trading Dragon for grubs. I do like the grubs prioritization for the blue side. Grubs do tend to favor the solo laners a lot more, whereas Dragon seems to help the
Mhm.
bot laners with their team fighting.
Right about here, mid we have some actions going with Akali attempting the kill on the Yona, not enough.
Yeah.
And
But
the
a
second
dive
of
in
the
top
dive into
side.
Renekton. No ultimate Renekton.
Yeah. Attempting
Just try
flash
to.
WQ, but unfortunately just gets killed off by the Silas there.
Mhm.
Now Renekton, no flash, no plates, no wave.
Well, at least you have teleport.
He does have teleport to salvage what's left of his turret.
Yep, and also making sure not losing that. That will be the first turret going to the other team, which will be concerning. Over mid lane trading very feisty manner. And it looks like that will be a Rift Maker or Leandri Silas.
Mhm.
Oh, perfect spacing on the Akali.
Renekton looking for a fight. Renekton loses the 1-1, but Amumu is right there if you can bait the
As a bait,
Silas in.
yeah. As the toss does hit.
Silas presses R, has a Renekton ult,
Mhm.
and looks like might even make it out safely with the use of flash.
Yeah, Rod of Ages, man.
And even sustained a bit more off of them, just going farm under the wave. Wastes a lot of Amumu's time, as well as Amumu's ultimate, but now Silas doesn't have to ult on his own for himself.
His ultimate's got a fast enough cooldown. He can just ult somewhere else next time he's in a 1v2 situation.
Support's giving some love to the mid laners. Oh, but Renekton uses his rage on the wave. Silas uses the opportunity to trade back. Very common top lane tactic. Just wait for them to use an ability and then trade at them from the fog of war.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Cyrus might have this one. Maybe not. Playing it safe. Not sure where Mumu is.
And Silas not even really going for the kills here. He's pretty happy just pushing out the wave, scaling through the game.
Nah,
Renekton
forcing
scaling,
Renekton to stay.
notoriously bad.
Yep. That's the burden of being an early game champion. Ooh. Solid damage there. Oh, that connects. I don't know if he has it in him.
Turret
Yep.
dive for the Silas. Renekton started off strong, no longer having a good time.
I mean, he's just falling off.
Yep.
Yep, and Silas will claim the first turret. Amumu's going top for a little trip, but just getting the crux. Oh, we have people going in circles. It's like, yep. Akali will have the ultimate casting, but Yone already disengaged far enough outside her lethal range. So it comes in, spell shields block the ability. But if nothing really happens.
But we do have Dragon coming up in 10 seconds. It looks like blue team does want to contest this as they're sending Silas on over. Silas is a monster right now with Route of Ages, full boots, and hunting
Hunting
guys.
guys. Yep.
Red team, most of them only just finishing their first item now.
Have you seen Renekton buying an Eclipse?
Eclipse great on Renekton just because his Empowered W does proc it on its own.
Yeah.
Autos.
The only issue is we are moving out of laning phase. Eclipse. I mean, I personally find Eclipse too squishy.
Oh, perfect execution from Silas. Going to really chunk out the Renekton there. Amumu's there for the in case Silas goes too deep, but honestly, Silas might be able to take them on 1 versus 2 at this point. And also looks like the Avengers are coming to help Silas out here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting ready for the Herald fight this time. Another objective
Yep.
fight. Yone going bottom to match the Akali. And looks like blue team, the presence of Silas means that red team doesn't really want to go into that. Anything they bring there can be used against them. And we've got Rift Herald heading over to Sejuani.
Mm-hmm. What to do with it, that will be a question.
Next objective, not for quite a while, 3.5 minutes till Dragon, but I do suspect that the... Oh, first we've got Amumu versus Yone. Yone perfectly safe here. At some point he's going to be pulled back to get the kill on
Amumu gets locked down.
Oh, but Glacial Prison on the stationary Janna. She's flashing out to safety, but I don't think she's going to quite make it here.
No, she's not going to go out.
3 people chasing her down.
That's rid.
And Kali
that's
forced to watch from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
The Smolder scaling still happening. Now has a 30 CS lead. And if I were to check out the stacks on Smolder, we've got 149 stacks on Smolder right now.
So he's still a little bit time away.
225 being the magic number.
Mm-hmm. So he'll probably have a little skirmish between Yone and Renekton.
Sejuani there to clean up the kill. It is not a 1-for-1. 1v1. You don't get another challenger solo kill there, Renekton. Bot turret heading over to Guns and Rosie as Silas. Not a very impressive KDA ratio, but a lot of money in his pocket. 7.8k, 2k above anyone else in the game, period.
Hey Barry, what did I say? Riftmaker.
Riftmaker. It is the Bruiser Silas that I've heard so much about. And by so much, I mean absolutely zero, because I have not seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, coming from his point of view, right? He needs to be tanky, but also doing enough damage. Riftmaker and Rod of Ages will be the perfect compromise between damage and survivabilities. He's gonna try to look at Akali, see how that.
I don't know if
goes.
Akali realizes what items Silas has. Taking the trade would not want to opt into a 2-item Silas right now.
Got a little wombo here. Amumu solo ults one person, the Smolder, calling the Maw, coming down and smites.
Akali having to flash out her fight at bottom here away from the Silas. Silas still at full health.
See, the thing with Silas is that he is balanced in a way. Oh wait, again another ultimate into Narnia. Yone also still connects on the Janna, so Janna should be dead.
Yep, but
Sedana's having a little issue trying to get out, but Silas is here. That might make a difference as Amumu gets taken down, and who's TPing in? That is
a Renekton.
Akali and Renekton?
Sejuani does die with that teleport, but looks like Yone seems to be looking for a little bit more here.
No ultimate though, Yone is going in without ultimate.
Yeah, and that looks like a 2-for-1 for the blue side. Extended, but unfortunately the Smolder still up and kicking.
What do you think the next item on that tank side is?
That's a good question. If he wants to continue going the Bruiser route, it would probably be something like Rylai's, but...
I'm looking at Hourglass. I'm thinking Hourglass. He has 2-tone.
Hourglass would be fantastic. Especially since you can just steal an ult, use it, and then Hourglass while it's active.
Yeah, pretty much.
We do have Dragon coming up here.
He can use the Dragon. He doesn't have a lot of haste in his current build. The only haste he has is Riftmaker's 15. So Hourglass can help him wait out his second W or even E back up.
Herald being used mid just to have that little bit of extra pressure on the mid turret. And they're going to eventually translate that to a Dragon while
Now I'm gonna
the red
charge
team's
it.
busy with
Okay, so
their
it's gonna be a simple
Shelly.
basic charge. Yeah, basic Shelly charge.
Yeah. But blue team already on the Dragon. Um, looks like it's really down to 2.5k. Just gonna head on
Yeah.
over to blue side.
Third dragon going to Guns and Roses. Current dragon is 2-1. Yone finds himself a little tough spot, but he has to get out of jail free cards, so he's safe.
Amumu does manage to steal away the Gromp from Sejuani. But
Mhm.
Silas, unchecked on bot side. Alcon is top side. Silas still has teleport, and Renekton doesn't. There's also the danger that Silas could possibly kill Renekton and then teleport top and kill the rest of the team. Renekton getting real low, forced to pop ult.
I don't think Renekton can realize what's going on. The only reason why he came out of that trade fairly okay is because Silas has Merc trade instead of Steel Cap. So in terms of defense, it's a little different. See, that's the
arm guard
Secret
sandwich.
Arm Guard, yep, which
Blue
will be
team,
Hourglass later
with
on.
their teleport advantage, knowing Renekton has no ult and no teleport, they're just going to take the outcome themselves. Red team
Yeah.
completely
No
out
teleport
of
on
position for
Kai
this.
either. Macro wise, Guns and Rosie 1, Rodent 0. Wait! Wait! Okay, that was very close. Suddenly slow down because there's only Sejuani doing it. Alright, what are the
Renekton,
smolder stacks after the moment?
Smolder stacks are currently sitting at 235. Smolder
Alright, so
XP
he's
is
got it!
active.
Yep. Let's see if that works. The other team must also be aware of it.
And just farming up a storm now, almost 40 CS up, and roughly 1.5k above Sivir there. Looks like
Alright, Rakan went in to trying to kill the Smolder. Gets destroyed by Mom again, and
but rest
Smolder's
team
free firing.
not opting to continue that. Smolder is online, unfortunately.
Yep.
And Silas needs to be a little careful here. He's got a decent shutdown.
Yes. But you know, he has Hourglass, so I mean he has Secret Arm Guard. He gets stalled out a little bit. Ooh, that's Smolder damage.
Red team really wanting to get that mid turret down. Sivir wave clear is really hard to deal with. And Yone, this is where the double teleport's coming into play. Triple teleport actually coming into play for the blue side. Oh, sorry, that's a spellbook teleport for Khan. My bad.
That was good. Renekton realized he's a little bit squishy, went straight into Stair second. That way he can definitely tank a lot more damage. Question is, what's the next one? Black Cleaver? No, he has one physical damage dealer on his team besides himself.
Yeah, he's probably got just gonna try
Shoujin's
and be as
late.
tanky as he can at this point.
Death Dance would be a good purchase. He can't buy Hexdrinker anymore. The lifeline passive is used up. But Death Dance would be a good purchase, or some other health stacking item.
3 levels
Even
down
Render's
to
Omen.
Silas.
Even Render's Omen would be good to shut down the Yone and the Sivir. I don't think Renekton knows he's gonna lose that trade. The point I was trying to say earlier is that Silas is balanced around having a very high base mana pool and, you know, high mana cost. And that high mana cost translates to more healing than others when he uses ability and gets healed from Rod of Ages. Which means the item's just more valuable on him than, let's say, Xerath, who has, despite a high cost, has a very piss low mana pool because of his passive.
Yeah. Smolder is still scaling into the game.
Yep.
But we've got roughly 45 seconds until both the Baron and the Dragon's up.
Yeah, looks like he bought a longsword first, changed his mind, decided he wants to get rapid fire cannon for the extra range. It is very important for him. Most of the other team will have him in their engagement range if he does a regular queue.
little bit of harass going on the
Okay.
Akali. Blue team has
Mm-hmm.
positioning on the Dragon.
Yep. They
Renekton still in
have
base,
the
but does have
choke point
teleport.
controlled. Yone is going for a little push in mid as the other stalls is off. Silas steals the Amumu ultimate. Ooh.
Two Amumu ults ready to fight for the Dragon. One of them is
Yep.
going to do a lot more damage than the other, unfortunately, with the Silas, Riftmaker,
Yeah.
and Rod of Ages.
Yep. And the needlessly lock rod. Looks like we'll start a dragon, try to force a fight from Rodents. Silas is looking for an angle, gets a little chip damage on Mumu. Smolder's W is going to miss. Mumu's looking at a way to get in, but Silas is single-handedly stopping him.
Renekton ulting,
And
trying to come in from the
oh,
back
that
line.
is Mumu caught unless he presses the ultimate and locks people down. And
But
Smolder clears
Smolder,
everyone. Yeah, the AoE from Smolder clears everyone and shuts down. That is a 0 for 5, actually, coming from Rodents. Turning the fight around.
yeah, the Smolder is online. They managed to get a AoE ult off on
Yeah.
the Amumu, and Smolder loves just pressing Q on that giant blob of players.
And naturally, going for the Baron next. Should be a fight. Should be a pretty fun Baron, and that should help with the push that is coming up. Renekton is already splitting bot lane. That he should actually help him get a turret right away. Yep. There it is. And then top lane tier 2 on blue side is also looking a little grim. If someone is to lead the wave a little bit in top, it's going to push into that tier 2.
And what used to be a fairly even game now has now ballooned to a 6k gold lead for several Rodents.
Yeah, I mean, after one, non-Red Bull Baron power play, since we're not sponsored, and the dragon and the soul point, I guess, contest that ended up in a 0 for 5 ace or 5 for 0, whichever one it is.
Yeah, Guns and Rosie needs to find a way to disable the Smolder, or else Smolder will kill the rest of the enemy team, just like we saw
Yeah,
last time.
yeah, but Janna's doing such a good job at keeping the Smolder alive. It's going to be difficult. You have to probably kill Janna first and then kill Smolder, but you want to also make sure you are using just enough to kill the Janna, not overcommitting, because then you won't have any follow-up on the Smolder. It's like you're budgeting your car's like fuel going on a long road trip.
I like to imagine that the instruction that the Janna has gotten is keep Smolder alive no matter what.
Yep, even at the cost of your own life. If you need to body block something, freaking block it. If you need to tank, if you want to tank a nuke for him, tank it. Looks like you only got a little chip damage on Smolder, but that's the last tick of his spirit unbound, so he will be forced to go back home. Ooh, close game there. Alright, and then top lane we have another skirmish between Silas and Renekton. That's Renekton been locked down by Glacial Prison. He's not getting out of there. I don't think so.
But Red team decided to answer by just running it down mid.
Yeah, they did take 3 people to kill it, and Mumu, and then the Kali jumps in. Mumu a Mumu and a Kali with a perfect execution and bondage, and they take.
But now
down
no
2
Mumu
people
ult to deal with the rest of the blue team.
Yone, yeah, but Yone has, currently Yone does not do enough damage. A shieldable and Blade of Rune King, that is not enough.
It's like another Amumu ult stolen for the Silas.
Yeah, but can he hit anyone with it though? Smolder should have, looks like that's a BF sword, already Infinity Edge, so possibly a Bloodthirster on back. I'm a little bit worried about his penetration. His true damage burn does help, but at the end of the day, he still needs penetration for armor. That's for certain. As Silas already has a completed Dominus Hourglass. Smolder is calling for Mon, doing some damage, but Akali is also here to slide in the magic damage side of things.
And surprisingly, only Sejuani goes down in all of that. 1-for-1 Amumu for Sejuani. Not the worst for blue team considering how behind they are.
Silas has to use Hourglass. Oh wait! Take the lockdown here. Body block. Smolder claims the kill on the silence, and then Rakan's in a bit of a trouble. And over there we have Silver Flank. That Kali should finish the job. One basic attack. That's it.
Yone
Guns N'
doing what
Roses
he
is being
can for the.
caught out.
It's going to
They're
go
just getting
down.
caught, and not much he can do. Flash Q gets killed halfway through.
Yeah. Immediate
Psychotic
teleport
teleports to
from the
mid
Akali.
should be game ending.
And this is most likely the game ending push, yes. As there are super
Unless something
minions already at
happens.
the turret. Sejuani is up, but
Unless there's a twist. Which we will see. If there is one. If a person gets the Renekton, not much impact there. Just stops the champion instead of the wave. And
we
looks
are
like
looking
Roland
at.
will be defeating Guns and Rosie, knocking them out, and have their rematch versus Gangbangers.
Mhm.
Which will be a best of 3 series.
Yes. 374 stacks on the Smolder.
Holy.